Hi, boys and girls. So it is Wednesday, and it's time to write the conclusion to your narrative story. Here is your assignment. I've opened it up, and I have kept my example of an introduction, my example of a body, and then here's my example of a conclusion. But let's go back up to the top, and let's talk about what you need in this paragraph. How I'm going to grade you is on a 3, you can solve the problem your character has. Okay. To get a 4, you need to add describing words. So those adjectives, those adverbs, make it fun for me to read. It needs to go along with the introduction and body that you have written about. So you don't need to add them, okay? But I do want you to think about what you've been writing about before, even if you need to go back to those old assignments and open them up. It needs to kind of flow together. So here's my introduction. I'll read it to you, and then we'll get down to the conclusion at the very end. So once upon a time, there was a young, lively goat that lived on an island. This island was so cool because it was made out of candy. Now, candy would be a great place to live, but the goat hated candy so much. He wanted to live on another island that he could see that was just green grass with shady trees. But how was he going to get there? So there's his problem. Here's the body of my story. So my 3 events that happened. He needed to fix his problem, so he went around the island to find things that he could use to make a boat. Number 1. He found all the candy materials that he needed. He used some water to make them sticky so that they could stay together. Number 2. Once the boat was made, he found a candy cane for an oar and set off for the other island. Number 3. While he was floating towards the island, his boat started to melt. Dun, 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 dun. Still hasn't got there. Story has not been done. Now here is the conclusion. This is what you are going to be writing about today. So the goat starts to panic that the boat is melting away. He paddles harder and finally makes it to the beach of the new island. He is so happy and starts to eat the fresh green grass immediately. The end. Okay, so it says, now it's your turn to write the conclusion of your story in the box below. So something like this. You can go back and look at the brainstorming that you did the day before. I looked at mine and I decided I didn't want to have him swim because I don't even know if goats can swim. And so I just had him paddle harder with his oar, and then he finally got there. The goat started to panic that the boat is melting away. He paddles harder and finally makes it to the beach of the new island. He is so happy and starts to eat the fresh green grass immediately. The end. You can even add the end if you want to, but just kind of wrap it up so that I can tell that it's the end of the story. Okay, so you guys are going to type yours in the box below, and I will grade you either getting a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. Can't wait to see what you guys got. Bye, boys and girls.